After defeating the trolls and turning them into stone, Thorin and company visit their troll cave, where they find swords forged by the High Elves of Gondolin during the First Age. We don't know of all the blades that were picked up, but we do know a few. Glamdring, the foe hammer, was picked up by Gandalf, Orcrist, the goblin cleaver, picked up by Thorin, and Sting given to Bilbo. And as Gandalf puts it in the movie,
"You could not wish for a finer blade."
So let's take a closer look into these Elven-forged blades and learn of their history. The first sword we'll be looking at is Glamdring, as it is the only one with a greater backstory. It was originally owned and wielded by the king of Gondolin, Turgon. In the First Age, many wars took place that were collectively known as the Wars of Beleriand, or the Wars of the Jewels. The wars were fought between Morgoth's armies, versus elves, the Edain, the name given to the noblemen who fought in the battle during that time, and occasionally dwarves. Most likely during the penultimate, 5th battle, called the Battle of Unnumbered Tears, in First Age 472, that was when Glamdring was also called Beater by the orcs, and ever since, even in the Third Age during the events of The Hobbit and The Lord of the Rings, they were afraid of it, and would cower and flee at the sight of it. After this, it isn't clear what had happened to the sword, or for sure how any of them came into the troll's possession. All we know is that during the fall of Gondolin, his own tower, the Tower of the King, or Tower of Turgon, had come down on him. And we also know how the trolls may have gotten a hold of that sword, as well as the others as stated in this passage in The Hobbit. "Whence did the trolls get them, I wonder?" said Thorin, looking at his sword with new interest. "I could not say," said Elrond, "but one may guess that your trolls had plunderers, or come on the remnants of old robberies in some hold in the mountains of the north. I have heard that there are still forgotten treasures of old to be found in the deserted caverns of the mines of Moria, since the dwarf and the goblin war." For Thorin's sword, Orcrist, and Bilbo's sword, Sting, their origins are mostly unknown besides the fact that they were made in Gondolin too. However, whoever owned them before Thorin and Bilbo is shrouded in mystery, though some guess that Orcrist was either wielded by Turgon, Ecthelion, according to certain online discussions, or some unnamed lord who was a companion to the king. And like Glamdring, Orcrist had another nickname given by the goblins, that being Biter. And again, for Sting, even less is known about its origins, but that is because it would have been a secondary weapon to any elf, as it is actually a dagger that just happens to be the perfect size for Bilbo, and thus he uses it as a sword. This sword earns its name only when Thorin and company get into trouble with some spiders, and he uses it to kill them, and then names it himself.
We are no match for Sting!
Something that seems very important and notable about that blade, however, is the fact that it glows blue when orcs and goblins are nearby. And the way it's presented in the movie, you may believe it's the only one capable of doing that, when in fact, Glamdring, Orcrist, and all the other swords that the company had found do the same. Anyways guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, remember to leave a like, comment down below, hit that subscribe button and light the beacons to always be notified of a new upload, and until our next meeting, I bid you farewell.